What's up, Everyday Blades? Man, I hope y'all are doing alright tonight. We're doing fantastic over here. We got a Kansept knife to look at. They sent two of them. I previously reviewed one on here. What was the name of that one? The Sokari. This one is the Model 6. This one is an S35VN contoured titanium scales, frame lock, running on ceramic bearings. One of my favorite deployment methods I always say is that thumb hole deployment. I love it. But this one also offers, now pay attention, knife builders, companies. You see how tiny that flipper tab is. I mean, that thing is almost non-existent. This is a $179 knife. This is not a $5,000 custom where they pulled off some magic here. So I know if they can do that in a flipper that works that flawless and make it that small, I wouldn't mind flippers if my flippers look like that. I just don't want them when they look like that. I want my knife to be sleek and sliding out of my pocket. I don't want the pocket pecker hanging off of it. But that one is almost non-existent. That's one of the smallest pocket peckers I've ever seen. So you got a milled titanium pocket clip anodized to match the anodized titanium backspacer. All anodized titanium hardware. Very, very nice. Frame lock. Lockup is about 30%. Centering is perfect, dead on the money. You can flip that thing 100 out of 100 times with that tiny little. It's got a little bit of jimping up here, but it's not aggressive. It's smooth. It just doesn't. To me, when I'm looking at this, we could do this with any knife. We don't need large, big, huge pocket peckers hanging off of these knives because that'll do it. I would never argue with the knife having that little bit of a flipper tab on it. Bring it on every day, because I'm not going to use it most of the time anyway. This is how I deploy my knives that have thumb hole openings. When I'm working with a knife, I'm not trying to. I can do a spotty flick with this knife, but I'm not trying to. When I'm working, I'm looking for the fastest, simplest way to deploy a knife, and that's it right there. I just want to get the knife open, use it, close it, and put it up. Let's see if it's dropped shut. It's brand new. It probably needs a little breaking in. No, it's dropped shut. So, yeah, very nice Kansept. Doing good. So let's look at it up against the Benchmade Grip, a classic. We'll put it up against the Kansept Fin Rear, my favorite Kansept of all time. If you haven't watched that review, go back and watch that. That's unbelievable knife. About the same price as that one. I think it's $20 more now. They were $300. Now they're like $200. Go to kanseptknives.com and check it out. Look at that beautiful grind on there. These are production knives. These are not mid-tech or customs. And then to me, in some ways, I'm more impressed with a production knife coming out really nice than a full custom or a mid-tech. We expect those to be real nice because we're paying for that, right? And you don't have to repeat that very much, if at all. If it's a one-off custom, you don't have to repeat it all. You can do something that's just crazy phenomenal and make sure it's perfect. But when you have to make hundreds or even thousands of them and get them all perfect, that's a whole different story. That's a whole nother art in itself. And I'm just as impressed with that as I am one-off customs or mid-techs. The Model 6. So let's take a couple measurements on this puppy. 3.5 on the blade. All the way to the end, we're just over 4.25. So, would I recommend this knife? Absolutely. It's got all the right materials in all the right places. 3/8 of an inch wide at the back of the knife. It just looks really nice. It functions really nice. It's brand new and it already runs flawlessly. It's already dropped shut. I can only imagine after using this thing for a couple of months, this thing would be butter. Those bearings are going to fall into their track and make a nice track, and It'll have been cleaned a couple of times, and it'll really, really run. Very nice. I'm a big fan of Kansept, man. I like getting a lot of value for my money, and that's what they're all about. Let's see who the maker is. The designer for this one is Nick Swan. So, and he's actually got his maker's mark on there. He's got the swan. And that's what they do. Like a lot of OEMs, they take a designer that has some custom designs or some nice designs out there, and they mass produce it and do a very good job at it. I like it. I like it. And if you like it, go to KanseptKnives.com and get you one. Check out all the other knives they offer. They offer from the very, very cheap up to knives that are a little bit more expensive than this. They're super high quality with Mokatai. Super, super good company, man. Check them out. They're a great company. God bless you and your families. Say a prayer for our country. Good night.